blocks, now rebounding. And I think we got the game ball.
I guess just for you guys, Dame goes for 39 tonight. What do you think of the rhythm that he's found recently? It feels like the threes are going in at a higher rate and he's scoring a little bit more.
No, I thought he was moving well, especially after back-to-back. He had a good rhythm. He's a technician out there. He reads how the defense is playing him. He reads how the defender in pick and rolls are playing him, and he adjusts accordingly. And he's been doing this for a very long time at a high level, and it shows. He's a master in those pick and rolls. And I just thought our team also did a really good job of just finding him. And when he has it going, you just want to keep feeding him.
I think Chris ends the fourth quarter with 14 points, 20 for the game. Just what did you see from him to be able to, I think it gets down to 3. He hits a 3. It got close a couple times, and he made
Yeah, Chris is a rhythm player, right? When he gets it going, and he hit a couple shots, and, I wanted to keep putting him in pick and rolls. And, he has the ability to create space and get a shot off. He's a veteran guy. And veterans, you can't speed them up. They get to their spots. They create a little space to get their shot off. And obviously he's elite at that. And so, Chris does this all the time where he just settles us down, where we need a basket, and he goes get us a bucket. And sometimes he's scoring. Sometimes it's in the form of assist. But the fourth quarter usually is when Chris is at his best.
You mentioned, trying to find Dame, keep his rhythm going, try to get Chris's rhythm going. What about the steady presence of Giannis kind of throughout all of that to just keep the scoreboard moving and keep getting points?
Yeah, it's amazing that in games like this, you look up, he still has 26 and 17. But I think the most impressive thing was on the post-ups. They were double-teaming him. And for the most part, he kept making them the right play. And down the stretch, I just told the team, hey, they're double-teaming them. Just get it fired around. We're going to get open shots, and we did. The ball started to hop. So that's credit to Giannis. And he could still finish through double teams as well as he did a couple times and got to the foul line. So, it's invaluable when you have a guy like Giannis where you can throw the ball into him late game and something good is going to happen in the form of an open shot or a free throw or something at the rim.
Coach, this was a really good defensive team, as you remarked before the game how good they are. And for you guys to get 71 in the first half, what were you doing to, it looked like your offense didn't miss a beat?
Just keep executing. I think one of the things that Houston does is they do a good job with their physicality and their switching. And, we talk a lot about executing against switching defenses. But, they have some, tough-nosed guys that get into the ball. They still force some turnovers on us. So it was a good test on the back-to-back. But I thought we answered the call. I thought we kept, just got to keep plugging away for 48 minutes. They made I think a run there in the fourth quarter, and we were able to answer the call. So, I always say your fourth quarter has to be your best quarter, and, defensively, I thought we did enough to, win the game and keep them at bay.
What impressed you the most about Andre tonight, and why do you think he just kind of has fit in so seamlessly with the rest of your starters?
Well, he provides something as far as his athleticism at that forward spot, guard spot, whatever. We matched him up with Fred VanVleet, and I thought he did a great job. Fred is former All-Star, elite player. I've been with Fred, so much respect for him, not just as a player but as a person. But I thought, Dre did a really solid job. He followed the game plan. I think, he fouled a couple times during that fourth quarter at the end, and, that's just kind of rookie mistakes. But whatever he does extremely hard, and you live with it. You live with some of his mistakes defensively, but he's playing tremendous basketball right now. I believe I played him probably a season high, probably 35, 36 minutes off a back-to-back, and he looked great. And, I love what he's doing, and, I think he has the respect of his teammates as well.
Hey, Coach. I believe it's 9-0 that your team is when Damian Lillard scores 30 or more. What does that say about his comfortability at this point with your team?
Well, I think what we're seeing is everyone's starting to become more comfortable with each other, and Dame and Giannis playing well with each other. Sometimes it's a challenge. For instance, last night, no Chris, and then tonight, no Beasley. Under the weather, but Dave stepped up. Both nights he stepped up. Giannis, you always count on those guys. But I believe the number one thing to me is always the defensive end, and you see Dame, getting deflections, getting steals. I think he's finding his groove on both sides of the ball. But the chemistry is building. You could tell that it's building. I think the biggest thing also is that our guys are getting to know Dame, get to know his sweet spots as far as, where to screen, how to get him freed up. Because a lot of teams double team him or they deny him, and I think we're working through that. Every game, every practice, we're just finding ways to get better. And I think guys are starting to really find their rhythm with it, working with each other.
This game really did feel like a test of wills, if you will, just the way that the Rockets, stayed with you guys. What did this game say about this team and not only their will to win, but just their fight and their physicality against this very tough defensive team?
No, I just thought we kept our poise throughout the game. We played last night, a quick turnaround, a little earlier start. As far as usually we play around 6 o'clock start, and I thought our guys responded, and we had the energy, we executed, and I thought we didn't miss a beat, and then having Chris back definitely helped, and having PC back out there definitely helped. But these games I always say anytime you win an NBA game, you earned it. And I thought we earned it tonight. You're never just going to get a free game as far as the effort and the energy you have to put into the game. So, these are big wins for us coming off a back-to-back.
We've just talked a lot about sort of the impact that Dame has had on Giannis throughout the year, but what kind of impact do you think Dame has had on Chris?
I don't know. I mean, you probably have to talk to them. But I see, Dame, Chris, Giannis, they all professionals. I think I hear them talking in the locker room, and I just love the conversation that between them as far as knowing what they have to do. The start of the games, they're talking about the first 5 minutes. I hear them in the timeouts. And so it's good to get those guys having some dialogue. And that means we're moving in the right direction. Thank you, Coach. Yep, thank you.